Hi, welcome to Discover Wicca. I'm Silver Knight. In the last episode, we discussed the concept, the goals, and mission of Discover Wicca. In this episode, I want to pick back up with the two questions I had mentioned earlier in the last episode. Who am I, and why am I doing this? Well, we'll start with who the heck is this Silver Knight character, and what makes him think he's qualified to do this. I won't bore you with my life story, so I'll just get to the important stuff so you know who I am. I'm an eclectic Wiccan, a career soldier in the U.S. Army, and a family man with a wife and kids. When I was really young, I was different from the other kids. I didn't think like they did, and my interests were different. My imagination was much more vivid than theirs. I sort of lived in my imagination. During my younger years, I had several strange experiences that could arguably be attributed to clairvoyance, telekinesis, astral projection. But aside from the traffic light incident of 1979, it's uncertain if these experiences were genuine or just the product of my overactive imagination. Later on in life, when I graduated from high school and left home, I met a young lady aptly named Ivy Groves. Yep, that's her real name. It was she that first introduced me to Wicca back in 1993. We had a brief lunchtime conversation, and she loaned me a book that would change my life. The book? The Law Enforcement Guide to Wicca by Kurt Kuhle. For those of you who know the author in the book, you'll see why this is somewhat humorous. But in that book, I found the basic tenets of Wicca. And after reading that book, everything clicked into place. It was as if everything I'd always suspected in life, every theory and concept I had, was confirmed and written down by other people and packaged into a faith called Wicca. Everything made sense. I knew right then and there that I was Wiccan. I knew that I had been Wiccan before I even knew what Wicca was. I have since spent the last 17 years learning, reading, interacting, practicing, debating, celebrating, and contemplating Wicca by myself and with other people, many of whom were much smarter than me. I've been solitary, a coven member, a high priest, a teacher, a moderator and event coordinator for a whole pagan community. I've written tons of rituals and spells, as well as essays and classes concerning Wicca. At one point in my life, for several months, dozens of pagans would cram into my living room every Wednesday night and listen to lessons prepared by practitioners and elders. My bookshelf, I'm sure like many of yours, is overflowing with books on Wicca, paganism, and the occult. And no, I haven't read every single one of them cover to cover, but I've read most of them, and I keep the rest for reference. I've traveled all over the United States and all over Europe. I've met people from many different faiths, many different countries, many different walks of life. So, there you have it. That's who I am and what I know and where I've been. So you may ask, am I qualified to do this? Well, I think I'm as qualified as anyone who is willing to take the initiative to present the facts and one's own experiences. I hold no official degrees. I make no claim to be an authority. I belong to no Wiccan hierarchy that follows any rank structure. I'm just an average Joe that's spent 17 years living and learning Wicca. And this leads me to the last question. Why am I doing this? Well, the past 17 years of my life have been so enriched and filled with joy by Wicca that I feel it would be a travesty if I didn't do all I could to make Wicca available to anyone who sought it. I couldn't stand the thought of someone who was once like me, a seeker, to be turned off by misinformation or the lack of available information. Or worse, be scared off by the lies of closed-minded people filled with hatred. Wicca has brought me so much happiness that I feel it's my obligation to the world to share all I've learned and experienced. I felt I needed to provide inspiration and support to the Wiccans of the world, just as they have inspired and supported me. I want to create a forum where Wiccans from all over the world can share their lessons and experiences and points of view. I want to give back to the world for so much that Wicca has given to me. That's why I'm doing this. So, I hope you'll join me and discover Wicca. Until next time, blessed be.